Oculomotor nerve is a third cranial nerve. It has two nuclei present in midbrain at the level of superior colliculus. Edinger westphal nucleus, which is parasympathetic nucleus, and oculomotor nucleus, which is a motor nucleus. The parasympathetic fibers emerge from Edinger westphal nucleus, which is parasympathetic nucleus, and the motor fiber emerge from oculomotor nucleus, which is the motor nucleus. This is the oculomotor nerve. The oculomotor nerve then passes through the lateral wall of cavernous sinus. After emerging out from the cavernous sinus, oculomotor nerve passes through superior orbital fissure. This is superior orbital fissure. Then a nerve, a parasympathetic nerve, nasociliary nerve, from ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve, communicate with the parasympathetic nerve of postganglionic nerve of ciliary ganglion. This is ciliary ganglion, and this is the parasympathetic fiber preganglionic going to the ciliary ganglion, and it communicates with the long ciliary nerve, and it innervates the dilator pupillae muscle. Then the parasympathetic root of ciliary ganglion enter the parasympathetic ciliary ganglion, and the short ciliary nerve emerge and supply the sphincter pupillae muscle. This is the nasociliary nerve. This is the short ciliary nerve. This is long ciliary nerve, and this is the motor nerve of oculomotor nerve, and it innervate the medial rectus muscle, inferior rectus muscle, inferior oblique, levator palpebrae superioris, and superior rectus muscle. This is the oculomotor nerve, third cranial nerve. It has two fibers, parasympathetic and motor fiber. Parasympathetic fiber from Edinger westphal nucleus, and motor fiber from oculomotor nucleus. Then the oculomotor nerve passes through the cavernous sinus lateral wall, and after emerging out passes through the superior orbital fissure and enter the orbit. Now the ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve gives nasociliary nerve to the ciliary ganglion, and the short ciliary nerve from the branch of nasociliary nerve communicate with the parasympathetic fiber of ciliary ganglion, postganglionic fiber, which supply short ciliary nerve supplies sphincter pupillae muscle and ciliary muscle. The ciliary ganglion also gives the sympathetic fibers. These sympathetic fibers are from ophthalmic artery, and these are vasomotor fibers. The oculomotor nerve has motor fiber, and these motor fiber have topographic connection with ciliary ganglion. They don't relay at ciliary ganglion, and these motor fiber supply the muscles of the eyeball, medial rectus, inferior oblique, levator palpebrae superioris, inferior rectus, and superior rectus muscle. This is the oculomotor nerve. This is the accessory oculomotor nucleus, Edinger westphal nucleus or parasympathetic nucleus, and this is the motor nucleus of oculomotor nerve, also called oculomotor nucleus. The oculomotor nerve emerges from the midbrain at the level of superior colliculus after passing through the superior orbital fissure. The parasympathetic fibers relay in the ciliary ganglion, and the motor fiber or have not to do any connection with the ciliary ganglion. They supply the muscles of the eyeball. The muscles which the motor fiber of oculomotor nerve supplies are medial rectus muscle. This is the medial rectus muscle, and inferior oblique muscle. Then levator palpebrae superioris muscle. This is the levator palpebrae superioris muscle. Then superior rectus muscle and inferior rectus muscle. This is the inferior rectus muscle. The parasympathetic fiber of ciliary ganglion supplies the ciliary muscle, dilator pupillae muscle, and sphincter pupillae muscle. This was the oculomotor nerve, which supplies the muscles of eyeball and ciliary muscle and constrictor pupillae and dilator pupillae muscle.